My best friend faked an entire marriage, and I finally exposed him.
Why would you do that?
Don't expose him. Clothe him. He deserves a straitjacket. Trigger warning, mentions of mistreatment and faking medical diagnoses. So, I, 33 female, don't know where to start with this. Honestly, which I feel like, it's one of those stories. Yesterday morning, I was messaged by a mutual friend, Sam, 34 female, expressing concern for our buddy Dylan, 33 male. We all went to school together, then moved apart. Sam and I don't talk, but we're friends on social media, and Dylan will mention us to each other now and then in the way anyone would mention their friends in passing. I had also begun to worry about Dylan lately and had planned to reach out to Sam myself. Again, this is a person that they talk to not very regularly, Sam.
Yeah.
She just beat me to it. He's always been flaky and bad at keeping plans, and he said stuff in the past that I've known wasn't correct, but it was never a big deal. So maybe we're getting the beginning of compulsive liar.
Yeah, just a lot of white lies. He's like, oh yeah, saw the Pope this weekend, and Opie's like, that doesn't add up.
That doesn't add up. Yeah.
Isn't he?
What shoes was he wearing, huh? And if he was like, oh, he's wearing Pope slippers, wrong. The Pope wears Dunks. The Pope wears Nike Dunks, gosh dang it. Pope is stylish as heck. I was about to say stylish as hell, but no, he's stylish as heaven, baby.
There we go.
Yeah, he wears Nike Dunks. Riley, pull that up.
Like Pope Leo?
Pope Leo wears Nike Dunks. The freshest Pope in history.
Yeah, the Chicago
He's a
guy?
Chicago boy.
Chicago. Nike Dunks and deep dish. Anyway, but it was never a big deal. Like, he'd contradict a story he told me previously, but it was always small enough that it didn't bother me, and I'd just humor him. It takes two to tango. You're emboldening a liar.
Yeah, that's your fault.
That's your fault, Opie. You
Should've
wear
been
that
better.
burden.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you know who wears this burden?
What?
Comes from, I hope you don't find this. I found it, Opie.
It's too late. I've already found it. Sorry.
And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime.
Find it.
I'm Sam, by the way.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't know all the answers. We just know what Pope Leo wears as his choice of shoe. But tell us what you would do in these situations, and maybe we can all learn together. So, as OP says, people exaggerate for effect sometimes. It's not the end of the world, but it's been getting more and more the last few weeks. And I've begun to worry that it's a medical concern. This man's lying so much that OP is like, I think his brain broke. He's been erratic, confused, forgetting things, and just acting odd.
Tumor.
Sam had the same feeling. However, as we started to talk about our worries, we realized stuff wasn't lining up. There were things that he'd told me and not her, and vice versa, or different versions of the same story. We started digging deeper and realized the lies stretch back at least 10 years that we know of.
Okay, maybe not a tumor. That's a little too long.
That is a long time.
Yeah,
Tumors can
long
grow
con.
slow.
That's true.
Tumors can grow slow. The lies range from the city he lives in, his job, and his finances, to marriage, mistreatment, and terminal illness.
He's telling everybody he has a tumor.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's true. That's a medical, that's a, chronic
At 10
liar.
years, I feel like,
Yeah.
at what point is it like a medical issue, and at what point is it just you?
Well, I think you.
Like,
I
does
think
he
if you
have
were a chronic
an
liar,
incurable case of being a butthole?
I think he has like a neurological thing where he has to lie.
Yeah, that's called
That's
being
what
an
it
asshole, Sophia.
Not necessarily.
A neurological thing where you have to lie?
It's like a thing.
Yeah. I think Tiger Woods had that too.
Or was it the Pope?
No, Pope's infallible.
Pope is
cannot lie.
infallible.
Pope can't lie.
And he's cool as heck.
And he's cool as heckity heck.
He's cool as heaven.
He told me he had eloped with his partner and got married. He told Sam nothing of this, despite telling me she and I would be bridesmaids at their wedding before they decided to just do it in Vegas. We reached out to some old friends who neither of us are in touch with, but knew he was, and turns out they all distanced themselves from him when they realized they were getting different stories, but none of them knew the depths of it. It was odd and frustrating that I'd never met the partner, but not outside the realms of reality because we live in different countries. Well, I thought. Now I'm unsure.
I have no idea where he lives. He could live next door.
He doesn't even have a partner.
He could be the Pope.
Yeah,
We
he
don't
could
know.
be the Pope.
That's why he doesn't have a wife.
Well, I thought, now I'm unsure. I'm now thinking he might not have ever actually left the States.
So he really could be your neighbor.
and they both travel for work, and I don't have much money or time to go gallivanting. Same with Sam. She lives in South Africa, so similar experience. We'd spoken to the husband on a different phone number, and everything seemed legit. Okay, so they've talked to the husband of the liar.
Yes. I guess? Wait, just
Both
to be clear.
Sam and OP talked to the husband of the liar. Who's
Yes.
what? Dan?
Brian,
Dean?
OP has been married to Dean for almost 9 years. I have a friend, Nate.
Oh,
no.
Who's the liar?
This is the wrong story.
I was like, what?
Sorry.
Who are these people? Who's Dean?
Dan.
Mutual friend Sam is concerned for our buddy Dylan,
Okay.
33 now.
So Dylan is the liar, and we've talked to Dylan's husband on the phone.
Talked to Dylan's husband.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. A husband.
Yeah.
We've now realized that they were deep dive pictures from the internet. The husband? Or deep
But
fake
who did you
pictures?
talk to?
I actually found the guy on Instagram and spoke to him yesterday. I'd never done this before because it never occurred to me. It didn't seem weird. And he'd never even heard of Dylan. What? He'd alleged a lot of mistreatment from this person as well, which is deeply upsetting as he knows I've been in a harmful relationship previously.
Oh, okay. So Dylan has been telling OP that he is in a harmful relationship
With this random guy on Instagram.
Yes, who
has
has
been
never
like
heard
deep
of
faked
Dylan.
into talking, maybe.
We don't know
on
who
the
was
phone?
talking on the phone.
Well, someone was talking on the phone, and OP and Sam thought it was this random guy on Instagram.
Yeah.
He also told us about 18 months ago that he was diagnosed with a terminal illness. He's told us about surgeries and treatment and remission, and it's coming back. I've spent many nights bereft, thinking my best friend was going to pass away. It's now become clear that this is not true. So, stopping here real quick, checking in with chat. What the heck is going on here? What do you do? Put your answers in the chat.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little bit of time. But Sophia, at what point do you just distance yourself from this person? And at what point do you say oh, is this person experiencing a medical emergency?
Yeah. I think you have two options. You either choose the easy route, distance, follow what everyone else was doing when they found out about the lies. Or it seems that you and Sam are pretty worried about Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
You work together, little intervention style. You sit him down. You say, hey, we've realized that you've been lying about a lot of stuff for 10 years. We are very concerned about you. We think you need help. And if at that point he's like, don't talk to me. I'm not lying. What are you saying? Then maybe.
Well, maybe that's the tumor talking.
Yeah. I mean, you can only offer advice.
Yeah. I mean,
and he also might be lying about, he might say, okay, I'll get help and then lie.
And then lie about that. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you think there's something neurologically wrong, I'd say hey, we want to keep you in our lives because we've been in contact for so long, but I think you need to go to the hospital and get your noggin checked out because something's up.
Is that an MRI you do?
Yeah, an
you do
MRI,
a
something
scan.
like that. CAT scan.
Yeah, what's a CAT scan for?
I
What's
think
the one for the brain?
for the brains.
Is CAT scan for the brain?
I don't know.
There's like a neurological
Yeah,
brain
I think
scan.
you got Tiger Woods
brain.
on there.
CT scan. What's
Is
the
CT
difference
scan
between a
different than CAT
I
scan,
don't- I
or
have no
is it like
idea.
CAT scan?
Yeah,
I
it's
guess so. Yeah.
Wait,
CAT scan
okay.
is CAT scan.
Wait, now look, is a CAT scan the same as a CT scan?
But let's see what do the people say.
Hi, Allie.
They say
Oh,
hi,
Allie's
Allie.
here.
Allie's here. Tell me what you guys would do. Immediately remove yourself from the relationship because the deep lies are deep rooted. What is even honest about this person? Flutterfly for you says it was proven that my daughter was having medical issues no doctor found. Was your daughter lying? And then you're like, oh, this has got to be a medical issue, and then you got to figure it out.
Oh, I think it was just the daughter was saying, "Hey, I'm experiencing this," and all the doctors were like, "No, she's lying. She's a liar."
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Jellybus says you got to see a doctor about them eyes. Rude, Jelly. Yeah, I feel like your relationship is kind of formed on a lie. I do appreciate that you and Sam are trying to figure something out. I think you do some kind of intervention and say, hey, we both recognize this. if you don't like seek help in some way, I feel like we can't have you in our lives anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're worried about Dylan. They figured out Dylan has been spreading lies, and Dylan made a fake husband online and is like getting all of this stuff together.
What I was wondering about was the initial thing of OP saying, oh, I haven't seen this person in a while. But they were talking about Sam, correct?
No, they're talking about, I guess
at the beginning?
Yeah, they were talking about Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kim Foyne said, told y'all it's like my friend. She'd come and go from our lives because we'd grown her up together, but all other friend groups would get abandoned, come back to the OG's degree group, then rinse and repeat over and over. Was your friend lying? Sounds like your friend might be lying. That sucks. But we have more to the story. So,
oh boy,
everything he said that's not added up has either been so small I didn't care, or assumed he was confused or misunderstanding, or so big you'd never question it. Because why on earth would someone do that? Especially since we've known him since we were all kids, and he was always put together, intelligent, successful, generous. But we've realized that it's all an illusion. Since you were kids, it's all been an illusion. Initially, we worried it was maybe head trauma from the long-term mistreatment, or that the terminal illness had spread to his brain or something.
But neither of those things were true.
Yeah, but the depth and breadth of it, plus the realization that the terminal illness is a lie, we're not so sure.
Yeah.
I wonder, why is he doing this?
I really think it's like a pathological thing. I think, I think there is no reason. I think it's been, if it's been going on since they were kids, I don't think there is a reason. I think that's just like, he's got some neurological thing.
You know what I don't get? Why not make like more fun lies? Like terminal illness and like your partner mistreating you are the least fun lies you could come up with,
It's so true. You could be the Pope.
Yeah, you could be the Pope. Dylan is not a great storyteller.
No.
That's what I've learned.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to keep it realistic, but also he wants the most amount of
Pity.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Terminal illness? That's like the lowest you can go.
That's Oh, I guess, you want the pity points.
Yeah.
My parents mistreated me. What else? My dog died. How many of his dogs died? That's what I would want to know.
True. Yeah.
Also,
I adopted 12 dogs, and then you just have like
one after another.
One die after one another.
Yeah. Concerning.
That is unfortunate. Yeah, she was full of lying, married a dude, and then abandoned him and his child 2 days later without saying anything, like nothing happened. That's
my gosh.
From Kim Fine about the friend. So this stuff happens, folks. This stuff happens. So here is where we need advice. We've reached out to a few of his family members. We figured the way to go about this is to come from a place of concern and wanting to get him help, which is true. He's obviously not well, and we don't want to abandon him, and get some clarification on some stuff and figure out next steps. However, I'm pretty sure the messages have gone into message requests, and they're not being notified as none of them have been read. We don't have any other contact details for his family members and the people in his life that he speaks to us about. We don't know who they are. They'll just be referred to by first name. I've been avoiding him all day after he had a medical emergency, but wouldn't let me speak to anyone. Oh, also a medical emergency is in quotes.
Yeah.
But wouldn't let me speak to anyone else there. And I just needed the space today to figure crap out. We've been figuring more stuff out today, but what do we do if his family doesn't respond? Neither of us are confrontational, and we both still care and want him to get help, even if we can't continue to be his friends once he's accessed support. We can't abandon him. Also, if his family does respond, how much do we reveal? My life has truly been blown up the last day, and I just feel lost and sad. And neither Sam nor I know what the F to do in this bizarre situation. And there is an update.
Oh, boy.
But Sophia,
Yeah.
chat.
Yes.
What do you think we do in this situation? We gave a little teaser of what we thought we should do.
Yeah.
But what do you actually think we should do?
I mean, like, I don't think my path forward has changed. I think you either end the friendship or you try and see if you can change him.
Yeah. Which it seems like OP is moving towards.
Yeah.
And also trying to contact the family. Wanderless Alley says, I had a friend who was a pathological liar and also wanted pity. Wanderless Alley also says chronic illness and friends who are always dying. Scylla says, speak to a professional about the situation before confronting with Sam. Yeah, I mean, What do you when you say speak to a professional? Do you speak to like a therapist about like on the behalf of this person?
Yeah.
That diagnoses chronic illnesses.
That could be, if you really wanted to, like, look into it, you could speak to a therapist or a professional.
I have seen videos of
Or like
like
a psychic.
therapists being called in to mediate interventions, which could be something you could do. Imagine it like might be a little bit expensive,
Oh my
but
gosh. Imagine being that therapist in the car ride over to the intervention.
like, would you? But
Like,
you would
I'd
be in
be-
the car with them, right?
No. What's going through the therapist's head,
Carpool karaoke.
like
but
on the way
therapy.
to the
I
intervention.
feel like it's
Yeah.
just a job, dude.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm ready.
I feel like they're like, all right, like here's another one, excited.
Yeah, I'm not on my home turf this
Yeah,
time. This
or
is an
not
away
even
game.
excited. I'm just like, here's another,
Yeah.
another spot. I think there are professional intervention therapists. Look it up, Riley.
Yeah.
Are there professional intervention therapists? What is this?
Oh, it's a giraffe going through a CT scan.
Oh, just like in Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Yes, that's exactly. Yes.
I just watched it.
I think maybe getting a professional therapist, intervention coach
Yeah.
or something could be good. You could try to talk to the family, but I don't know. It seems like you don't know this person. If like, wait, you've known this person since childhood.
But they
You don't have any contact with any of their family.
Yeah, and also you don't see them in person because
I guess I've known like some of my friends a long time, and I
Yeah.
don't have like their parents' numbers.
Yeah, true.
Oh, so these are specifically called interventionalists. It's kind of
Are they licensed therapists?
Interventionalists.
yeah. They are professionals within the addiction and mental health things, and they know how to mediate that kind of stuff. I remember on TLC they would do episodes where someone was like scared of going outside, and they have a therapist, and the therapist would walk them through how to go outside.
That's
and
cool.
all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and break their fears and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like that idea. I was a little bit like, oh, like how would you have a professional in this case? But I feel like a professional interventioner or a mediator, interventionist would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think that might be a way that you might not need all of the family to come. You could try inviting them too, but
to a certain point, I feel like the constant lying feels like an addition.
yeah, exactly.
you're, like, addicted to lying.
Aversion to truth. Yeah. I mean, let's see. What do the people say?
Mm-hmm.
Nina Nelson says, my new psychiatrist has Keon's eyes and a smile. And is around my age. Don't fall in love with your therapist, Nina.
Yeah, and also someone said neurological might not be the right word. I was thinking along like a lot of times addiction is considered like neurological, so I don't know if I'm using the correct terminology, but that's like on the line I was thinking.
Yeah. But we are going to get into this update.
Oh boy.
Thank you for the replies and the concerns. I am in therapy myself, have been in DBT. Debt?
Yeah, maybe. No,
No.
I don't know. No, it's DBT is a type of therapy.
What is that?
Behavioral.
Double behavioral therapy.
Dialectic behavioral therapy.
What's dialectic? Oh, like speaking? Speech
Do you
therapy?
remember when the therapists come? There's
they
different.
always
There's
talk about it.
somatic.
There's
therapy,
somatic.
Somatic that like
Yeah.
deals with the body, and then dialectic that deals with like this up. So it's like more like the mind stuff
That's
rather
like
than
talk
like
therapy?
Yeah,
yeah. Because
something like that.
some therapy, the girls in here will know here in a second, but like trauma stores in the body, and that's like somatic, while like diabetic or dialectic is.
Diabetic
Therapy. Scylla says, in my opinion, Sam has trauma that causes the pathological lying. I don't like that this person shares my name.
That's just a friend, though.
Oh, and Sam is not. It's what's
Dylan.
Dylan is the
Dylan is
the
the
liar.
liar.
Yeah.
Psychosomatic, says Nina Nelson. So I've been in dialectic behavioral therapy for a year now. So we'll speak to my therapist about this for sure. We managed to get in touch with a family member yesterday, Charlie, and Sam and I both spoke to them. According to Charlie, the family has been aware of his lies for his whole life.
Wow.
But I had no idea the extent of it. They were really sad to hear how deep it's all gone, but they were able to verify our concerns. We now know 100% he's lied about his job, where he lives, his partners, his terminal illness, being mistreated, a bunch of other medical issues.
Whoa.
We really don't know who this person is.
Yikes.
You've been friends with a shell of a human.
It's pretty crazy that have the parents done anything?
Like, did they not tell his friends in childhood?
Like, oh, hey, teacher, Mrs. What's your name? My son is a chronic, he's
also, you've been
pathological
friends with this
liar.
person for like 10 years?
Yeah.
How
you did not
pick
found
up on
out.
that?
Yeah.
Well, he was picking up on the little lies.
A little bit. But like, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I for some of my friends that I don't hang out with in person regularly.
They could lie to you a lot.
I have a friend that lives in another country, and like, he could be telling me, like, he actually just told me that he might be popping the question. And like, he's like, soon. Yeah, he's lying.
Who?
60 days.
Who?
Potentially. Who? I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
All right, ready? Think of last names and think of the giraffe.
Madagascar.
Nope. Think of the giraffe. What is giraffe in?
Madagascar.
Here
He was in a.
All right, you can think of all that. So, 20 years and none of it has been real. 20 years. It's been 20 years.
20 years.
I'm glad that Charlie got back to us because despite all the advice saying to, I don't think I could have just walked away without alerting someone, definitely in his life. Sam and I have discussed it, and as a few of you have said, we're not going to be the ones to fix this. A confrontation will do nothing but make it all worse. We decided to both slow fade our respective friendships with him and let his family take over. Charlie said that they're going over to see his mom today just by coincidence, so they'll discuss with her and let us know the outcome. So yeah, really effing sad. What do you think about slow rolling away?
I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. I think
we've all done a slow roll.
I think for the long-term friendships, especially when this guy, no conversation would actually help here because he could just lie.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense to just be like,
and he's had many years of practice.
Yeah.
This is a good friend of you. I don't like the slow roll. I think you should confront them. Even though you're a non-confrontational person, you're their friend. You should call them out on your BS. No one else is going to do it.
Yeah. I feel like I have gone through cycles of being that guy that tells the truth.
Oh, yes.
As Sophia knows.
That's true.
I've gone through cycles of being like, oh, like, what do you think of my new song? I didn't like it. And like, I feel like people trust you, but people may not like you. So
there is a line.
There's a line. Now I've played with that line. I've danced on that line. Mostly on the truth side, and then being a little bit less, still telling the truth, but being less truth forward, and more packaging it in a nice little bow.
Always been a very truthful person.
Me?
It's true.
It is true. It's true, and you can believe that.
Ask the
trust
blind
me.
man.
Ask the blind man. He saw it too. Liar. Great movie. But, I feel like I kind of agree with Riley that I've definitely gone through moons of this, but like, I remember I had this friend that like, I just didn't like feel that connected with. And she felt like I was being a bad friend because like, I wasn't spending time with her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I see you more as a friend group friend.
Oh, you did tell me this story. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Also because she was in love with one of my other friends and kept telling him and wanting to see him and date him. And it was like weird. So there was like multiple reasons.
It's not who you're thinking of, Riley.
But like, it's not who you're thinking of. There's been many people in love with this man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like honestly saying that and being truthful in that moment was not maybe that great of an idea.
I think it depends because I think sometimes you can just roll back and it's better for everyone. And sometimes if people keep pushing and you're like, I'm trying to roll back and they keep following me, then you have to set the boundary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I think it was because it was a soft rollback. And it was like, why are you rolling back? I'm like, this is why.
I don't like you.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. I think if this is a friend that you care about, saying the truth once to them might be good. But I don't know. You've been friends for 20 years. If I was friends with someone for 20 years and I'm going to start distancing myself, like I'm trying to think, is there anyone that I've like distanced myself? That the only friend that I've had is Christian. That's been 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years actually on the dot.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. No, that's not true. 23 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it was like, I just had my 20. I will have my 20th. Right. So you would have.
Yeah, your 20th.
My 20th this August.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like saying, why do you have to announce your departure? Why? I think you only have to announce your departure if there's like a reason that it's coming and you want to try to maintain your friendship. So it's not saying like, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore. It's like, if they're like, why aren't we hanging out anymore? I think being honest there. Or if it's like, I care about you and I'd love to keep you in my life, but this is why I am leaving.
Yeah. If you think it will help them.
If you think it will help them.
Because it doesn't always.
But like also like at the same point, like, do you even have this friend?
Yeah.
Like, do you know anything about them?
Yeah, is this even your friend if you don't know anything about them?
I don't know. I can see it going both ways. But I'm curious what y'all think. But we have another update. So it's been just over 3 weeks since I found out my best friend Dylan has been lying to me our entire relationship about everything in his life. Also note, best friend Dylan.
Yeah, they've said that multiple times.
You should tell.
Yeah, they've said best friend multiple times.
Okay, if it's your best friend, I feel like, yeah.
But they also don't know anything about their best friend.
And it's been 20 years.
It's been 20 years.
Honestly, it sucked. Sam, his other best friend, and I decided to slow fade away, but even in the space of just a week, he increased the intensity to a point I couldn't take it anymore. I was initially just replying once a day to the innocuous messages that weren't to do with lies. Yeah. Example, yeah, I watched that movie you recommended. It was great. But with Sam and I both doing it at the same time, I guess he felt the shift.
Which goes into what we said of sometimes there's a point where you need to set the boundary.
Yeah.
This is where I send a movie recommendation that is very closely related to what's happening in my life.
Yeah.
Liar, liar.
Liar, liar. Yeah, send liar, liar. Well, what are some other
liars? What does that
liar?
make you think of?
What are some other
Big fat
good
liar.
Big fat liar. Gone Girl. That person lies.
Oh my gosh, great movie.
Great
That
movie.
is
There's a whole
their
reason for it,
life.
though. I haven't seen that movie.
Gone
Oh,
Girl?
yeah.
No spoilers.
You like it, I think. I guess he felt the shift. Also, his ex-husband, aka the guy he stalked but never met, blocked him on Instagram after I gave the IG handle for his own safety. So he obviously started to panic. And about a week after all this happened, I woke up to 20 deleted messages.
Wow.
I love 20 deleted
Yeah,
messages.
it just says deleted.
There's a guy that's Ali simp that will send her a message every single day and then delete it and send it again and then delete it and send it again.
On Instagram?
On Instagram.
Did she block him?
I don't think she's the blocking type.
She should block him.
Yeah.
Some of those dudes. Sorry, I have to go around on this now.
Yeah.
Some dude did this with a bunch of like models, and he sent like, "Hey, thinking about you, beautiful, day 1. Thinking about you, beautiful, day 2." And then he did it every day until Christmas time. Then he went dead silent. And some of those girls did a video about, man, this guy that usually talks to me every day, he just automatically stopped talking to me today, and I feel really sad. It's the holidays. And it's like, what?
That's so funny.
Right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Probably something's broken with both of those people.
Yeah.
We've spoken about this before. It's one of the only things I'd ever come close to having a go at him about. It makes my anxiety go haywire. I can't handle it. He apologized and told me the deleted messages were because a third party had told him that his mom was having a heart issue, and he freaked out for 2 hours and discovered it was a lie.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
not true.
buddy.
That's not true.
Said he wanted to unalive the C word who told him that, and he hates those people. That was what broke me. Okay, are we gonna get a little truth coming?
That's
Little truth action.
Do you even have a mom?
Yeah,
lying
honestly.
to me. Were those just hired actors I talked to?
First of all, I saw the first 10 messages before I went to sleep in my notifications bar, but didn't open them. It was him talking about some jewelry he liked. Second of all, are you effing kidding me? He's been lying to me about having terminal illness. For 2 years, I decided I had to get out firmly. I sent a long message explaining that I know everything and that it hurt me beyond belief. I said I wouldn't tell him how I found everything out, but that I knew it all, and I hope he can get help, but I can't be around while he does it. He read it immediately, but I blocked him before he could reply on all platforms.
Wow.
What?
Block before a reply?
Well, I mean, I think OP's like, well, you just lied to me again.
I know, but I would be
I mean,
curious
yeah.
at least what the lie was.
Yeah.
Block before the reply? What about us?
Yeah, come
We
on.
wanna know.
Yeah, we want to know.
No, I think that is understandable.
Yeah. Immediately, I felt a weight lifted, and for a week and a half, I was sad, and other aspects of my mental health have been affected by it, but I at least felt relief to be away from it all. Question,
Yeah.
prediction, conspiracy theory. Do we
Oh.
think that this man, Dylan, is going to come back
I
in other
worry.
accounts?
I worry.
I worry. I think Dylan is not gone. I think Dylan is gonna spring around the corner.
Yeah.
Is he the type of person to go through facial reconstruction and all of that to come back into OP and Sam's life?
Ooh, do a Vanilla Sky.
Vanilla Sky.
Do a Vanilla Sky.
I was thinking like in the movie Bolt.
Oh, like the Bolt with the dog?
Yeah.
Oh, they just get a new dog?
No, at the end of the movie, the villain in the movie franchise that they're shooting, he gets facial reconstruction.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Or maybe
I
Penny.
haven't seen
Is
that
he the
in a
type
while.
of person to do that, though?
Penny gets facial reconstruction.
I don't think he's the type of person to get facial reconstructive surgery, but I think he's going to do digital reconstruction surgery and create a whole new account to get into OP's life. But let's see.
I can see that happening.
Sam hadn't heard from me either, so in my head, I was picturing him being like, crap, they know I've been found out. After I told her I sent the message, she realized that she'd actually accidentally archived his messages, and he'd been messaging her all week. She told him to F off and not speak to her again. I was so far off, lol. Turns out I blocked him on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, etc., but forgot that just regular old texts are a thing. I got a message from him the other day saying he knows it was Sam who poisoned me against him, that he's done with her and doesn't care about her, that I'm scum for dropping him and not talking to him about it at all. And the kicker is he doubled down on everything.
Yeah.
Since he clearly didn't realize I'd spoken to multiple people other than Sam. He said she was lying and that everything he'd said was true and he'd never, ever lied. By the way, something we'd never lie about is the fact that you can join us on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile. There's another relevant update, but let's discuss. What do we think?
Dang. I mean, yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do. It's not your fault, you know?
Yeah.
It's Dylan's own thing.
It's the only thing. At least I feel happy that we didn't just do the slow roll.
Yeah, like we tried to have the discussion, nothing changed, and so we, hard cut off.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Riley?
This is smart. The thing I'm really worried about is when does it come to compromising your safety?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if this keeps happening, you might put yourself in a situation where you can't come out of.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like putting distance is good. Hopefully it doesn't get crazier. I guess we'll see.
Hopefully.
But he said I was incapable of having a conversation about the real world, lol. I ignored it, but I've been keeping in touch with his family and Sam through all this, and we've all been updating each other, so they've all seen it. Funnily enough, after all the stuff he said about Sam, he then tried to call her multiple times, begging her to talk to him. I got a message from his sister-in-law yesterday saying his brother has now spoken to him and informed him that we've all been in contact with each other and everyone knows everything. Apparently it didn't go well. I don't know exactly how. They hope it's the first steps to getting him help, though. Okay, it's good that his family's taking over.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's effed me up a bit, but my therapy has started up again after a scheduled break. And there we have it. That's
what a tale.
a tall tale.
The tallest.
A tallest tale.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's where that story ends.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I wish him luck in trying to get through this.
Scylla says OP should have confronted Dylan. I feel like there was a little bit of confrontation, right?
Yeah, she did have a little bit of confrontation, and then he continued to lie.
Yeah.
And that's when she was like, I don't think I can get through to this guy.
Yeah. But, man, I feel like compulsive liars, man, they scare me. I mean, there's so many things to remember. They must have good memories. I wonder if compulsive liars are better at memory games. The good ones, I guess.
I think sometimes that's usually how you notice that they're lying.
Yeah,
because
it's like they didn't remember.
Things don't add up.
Yeah.
Feels like method acting as a lifestyle.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
you're like, this is who I am.
But yeah, that is where that story ends.
The bride said my deaf husband didn't fit her aesthetic, so I ended our friendship.
I mean, if he's not a good accessory, then you gotta drop him.
I, 39 male, have been married to my husband, Dean, 40 male, for almost 9 years. Wow. I have a friend, Nate, 38 male, that I met in grad school, and we have been close until about 5 years ago. For the past 5 years, we have remained in touch, but our meetings have been reduced to every 3 to 4 months, despite living in the same city. Wow. I have a child, Lucy, 7 female, which contributed to our distance as kids take priority. By the way, this comes from I cry after spicy sleep. A.
Ask me anything.
Ask me anything.
That's a
I cry after
crazy
my sleep.
username.
Ask me anything.
That is a crazy username.
And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Sam.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to give good advice, goofy, but we don't know everything. That's not possible.
That's not possible.
But if you know everything, please let us know because we want to study you for science. And OP says, Nate got married 2 weeks ago to a woman, Lisa.
Lisa.
I don't know how old, probably our age.
Yep.
Female. I have never met this woman prior to the wedding and only heard about her with discussions with Nate. Nate and my husband have met a lot, as Dean usually comes to our dinners, and they interact well as far as I could tell. Nate and Lisa are quite religious, but Nate has never had an issue that I'm married to a man. No microaggressions, nothing. He also told me that Lisa has no issue either. Cool.
There's no issues. Story done.
All over.
Just kidding.
He's
Far
like-
from done.
Wait, based off of the title, this is so funny because I think we're going to find out they're totally cool that you guys are, we've been calling it J with a G.
J with a G?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because
J with a G.
Yeah, because of censorship.
Yeah.
So it's really funny if they're like, no, we're totally cool with you guys being J with G, but he's deaf? However, when the RSVPs went out about 2 months ago, it was addressed only to me, which I thought was odd. I didn't think it was weird that my daughter wasn't invited. However, I thought it was weird that Dean wasn't. I asked Nate, and he stated, oh, it's a very small ceremony, so
Yeah.
they weren't doing plus ones.
We sent out invites, but they were verbal.
Yeah. Your husband didn't hear it. Terrible. Except those in the wedding party. I accepted this and spoke with Dean. Dean encouraged me to go to help preserve my friendship with Nate, and also because he doesn't like large events. Supposedly it's a small event. My husband is deaf, and large groups of people make him extra anxious. He doesn't lip read well, as contrary to popular belief, most deaf people don't. And to my knowledge, no one else at the wedding knows ASL, so he would have to rely on me or technology to communicate. All was well and good until the wedding 2 weeks ago. I get to the wedding, which was at a very large church and filled with people. Who are these people?
I thought it was small.
I thought it was small.
too.
Oh, yeah. It was hardly a party.
Yeah, just a little thing.
Just a little shindig.
Yeah,
It was a 200-person
Just 200 people.
shindig.
no big deal.
No big deal.
Not just filled, packed. And almost everyone had their spouses attending, including 2 classmates of ours from grad school, who I know Nate probably hasn't spoken to more than once or twice since grad school.
What would have happened if you invited OP's partner? Why
Yeah.
is it so, like, I feel like it's more drama to not invite them.
It's crazy because also the whole, we're going to get into it, but that just doesn't make sense. I asked one of my friends, Marty, 45 male, who said that his invitation said, and guest.
No.
What did they think was going to happen when OP got to the wedding? Were they just like,
yeah.
oh, it's too late now?
Or, like, OP was definitely going to find out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just because Dean's deaf doesn't mean OP can't pick up on context clues.
Yeah. Oh.
I then noticed something else. Every other couple was hetero.
Wait. So is it because he's J with the G or deaf?
We don't know
Or
yet.
both?
Yeah, it's a combo. I am very I'm fine with J with a G. I'm fine with deaf people, but when they mix, no. You can choose a lane.
I don't know if you've ever seen Dairy Girls. I'm doing a lot of references here, but there's one character. It's set in Ireland, and there's one character who's British, and it's in the 90s, so it's like very tense. And there's one scene where the 2 parents are talking, and they're like, there's a running joke where they think this guy's gay, and he's like, I'm not gay, and they're like, oh, are you trying to say that he can't stay with you because like he's gay? Like, I'm very disappointed. And they're like, no, the gay thing's fine. It's the British thing. It's the English thing.
Never let a Briton to the home.
Yeah.
That's what
Which
the revolution was all
And they're
about,
like,
actually.
It's the English thing.
Which amendment doesn't allow quartering? That's what. They used to call
that's
it.
true. Yeah. What was it?
The Fifth Amendment.
Fifth? Is it the Fifth
think so.
Amendment? Do you actually know that? No way.
Or is it the Fourth Amendment?
No. I think
Fourth
it's like the
No,
Third
that's
Amendment.
plead the fifth.
You're
Third
right.
Amendment.
Is it the
Third
Fourth
Amendment.
Amendment?
Third Amendment.
Third Amendment.
Third-
Fourth Amendment.
Don't.
Ninth Amendment.
Yeah. All right. You can take that one. I'm saying Third Amendment.
I would say Fourth Amendment.
Third Amendment, you can't let a British person into your quarters. Something like that.
No, it's a soldier.
Yeah,
Soldier
but
can't-
what were the soldiers?
British.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. First.
Legally allowed.
Third, and there you go.
Oh!
He knows his amendments.
Oh, do I know my amendments?
And you have the right to remain silent.
Oh, so patriotic.
That's kind of crazy. That's the third one because you get,
Well, it
you
was-
know, free speech, religion, all that, and then right
What's
to bear
second one?
arms. Right to bear arms, and
right
then
to bear arms.
and then you can't.
Well, okay.
Can't-
The
You
third
can't have a
one
British
was,
guy in your room.
I will say the third one was really relevant at the time
Yeah, it's
because
no, it's still
the
relevant
soldiers
today.
kept trying to.
I have
quarter.
not let a British person into our house since the amendment.
That's not true.
Oh, dude, there's a bit
Name
here.
one. Name one
There's a-
British person. Name one. See, she can't.
And you
she
can't mention Harrison. He's my British person.
Yeah, name one British.
Which house?
This house. Name one British person that's been here.
You
Yeah.
can't say Harrison. That's my
That's
British person.
by design. No Brits allowed. Ever since we whooped their booties in 1772.
Yeah, I don't think I can. There were no LGBT couples at all. I was upset, but kept it to myself until this past weekend when I saw Lisa at another friend's party.
Also, just to be clear, I don't hate British people. I feel like I remember there was a joke about me hating British people, and then all the British people got really mad. I was like, why do you hate British people? I don't.
Sam doesn't.
I
He
don't.
accepts them into our house.
I literally did a whole series on Cook For Me about British people. So shout out my Brits.
Did they bake you beans and toast? for
No,
breakfast?
I had a
They-
really nice fish.
No, it was actually pretty good. Pretty good beans and toast.
I asked Lisa if there was a reason why my husband wasn't invited and why I was told there was no plus ones if every other attendee had and guest on their RSVP and numerous couples were invited. In fact, multiple kids were there as well, much younger than my daughter Lucy. I asked if these had something to do with the fact we were an LGBT couple. Lisa acted offended at this accusation and stated that's not why Dean or Lucy wasn't invited.
All right, let's see you cover your booties on this one. I'm so excited for this excuse. I'm almost sure
Yeah.
that it is subtle homophobia or not so subtle homophobia, but I'm so excited to see what they come up with.
I asked why because at first glance, this appears to be quite offensive, and asked why my husband and my daughter were singled out.
Wait, is the daughter also gay?
No, but just
Or
like
sorry,
a child.
J
with a G.
G. Okay, so undetermined.
No, yeah, just a child.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, it's like a Tamagotchi or what, like a
Tamagotchi.
Pokemon, like a Pokemon set. You don't want you're gonna rip yet.
We don't know what the evolution is.
Yeah, we don't know what the evolution is.
Lisa explained that our family wouldn't fit the aesthetic.
So it's a
Whoa.
race thing?
That is even worse.
That's so. Why did you?
What
think,
aesthetic?
Why did you think that would sound better?
Yes, oh no, we're not homophobic. It's just like ew.
Just
Just ew.
my blood boils as I even write this. I asked why my family wouldn't match an aesthetic on a day meant to celebrate love and stated that I felt like my family was singled out for being LGBT. Lisa explained to me that we weren't singled out because we were LGBT, but because Dean and Lucy are deaf.
Oh, but Lucy is deaf too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because whenever that it's genetic.
Ah, I see. All right, really quick. You should have. Wait, am I being lied to right now?
Yes, because
Oh.
they're J with a G.
It's a gay couple.
Unless
It's two dudes.
You
unless
got
they
me.
unless they use Dean's sperm.
Yeah, that's true. They could have used the swirl method. You know, you could turn sperm into eggs these days, and eggs into sperm.
Sperm and eggs.
Yep, and it's true.
But who would carry it?
Who would carry it?
They would have a surrogate.
Surrogate.
Oh, I see.
Sophia could.
No, thank you.
You could.
You could, but you
Sophia
don't
can
have
carry
to.
it.
Oh, thank
You
you.
don't have to. Yeah, you don't
Okay,
have to. Yeah, you have the option to. Wait, I had a thought. Oh, yeah. Okay. Saying you don't fit the aesthetic
Yeah.
because you're deaf
Yeah.
is the worst excuse ever.
Yeah,
You should
like-
say you don't fit like the ambiance
ambiance.
or no, what's the word of
sound.
that sound? Yeah, sorry.
don't
You don't quite fit our
Orchestra.
or-
our sound
yeah.
vibe. That
Our
is
sound
crazy
vibe.
because we don't know for sure.
the audacity.
Yeah.
Get it? Because it's audio.
Audio. We don't know for sure, but they haven't mentioned him wearing like a hearing aid.
Oh.
No, but they haven't mentioned it. So I'm under the impression that he does not wear a hearing aid,
Which is kind of metal.
well, in which case, what about him doesn't fit the aesthetic? He just looks like a guy.
Yeah, maybe he's ugly.
I think
Yeah, sorry. It's not because he's
It's not
deaf.
his
It's not
deaf. He's
because
not
he's
J with a G.
J with a G. He's just
ugly.
ugly.
Yeah, it's just ableism. Wow.
I think maybe the words we're looking for is acoustic or
Acoustic.
You don't fit
The
our
acoustic.
phonic.
You don't fit our phonic profile.
I asked what that meant, and Lisa explained that they felt having an ASL interpreter up front would take away from the aesthetic of the ceremony and distract the guest.
Say
Did they
it
think
again.
they
Say it
had
again.
to do that?
Wait, say it again.
They felt that having an ASL interpreter up front would take away from the aesthetic of the ceremony and distract the guests.
Why did they think they needed that? It's
They
like,
didn't need it.
is that offensive? I don't know. Sophia actually knows ASL. Do
Just
the
a
thing.
little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will you marry me?
You
I
did
don't know.
ASL.
I could spell it out. MARRY or
There we go.
RY.
Also,
Yellow.
Mary.
do they have to be up front if they know there's only one deaf person? Couldn't they just sit beside of them?
They wouldn't have to be up front, but they would have to be in a place where like they couldn't just be like doing this.
Just having it
You
like
want
right
them-
next to
You want them in a place visible so that you can see both the ceremony
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like with subtitles.
Dude, hear me out.
But
I'm
yeah.
facing this way. Person's right in front of me.
Yeah.
It's like flip that way, and then I could see them and that at boom, 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 boom.
Well, the crazy thing to me is, yes, it would have been really nice if they had an ASL interpreter, but OP didn't, Dean
Ask
didn't
for
ask
that.
for one. Nobody asked for one. If anything, if, OP's partner wanted to know what was going on, I'm sure OP knows ASL.
Yeah.
Well, I guess OP's going to be up there because they're part of the wedding.
Yeah, and OP's just like,
Yeah. OP's the ASL server.
Yeah,
But that's crazy to
you
me.
have phones
You have phones.
these days.
Yeah.
You can get some subscription.
you could
I don't
do
know.
a translation.
That feels
Exactly.
like such a cop-out when neither of the people that would need the interpreter asked for an interpreter.
Yeah.
To be like, well, that's why we didn't invite them.
Sorry, we were trying to be so inclusive that
Yeah.
we couldn't be inclusive.
That we couldn't be.
Yeah.
You could just pull up Google Meets or Otter Meets.
Yeah, it's true. Dude, actually, so some of our editing team
Yeah.
speaks Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
They speak Spanish to me in the call, and it comes out English.
Whoa.
It's awesome.
What?
Yeah, and I'll speak Spanish or I'll speak English back, and it'll go and translate my voice
That's so
Spanish, and it will be
cool.
in the tone.
That's
Heck
really
yeah.
cool.
And so like it'll be like Santiago will talk to me in Spanish, and like I feel like when he was trying to talk in English, like I don't speak great Spanish, he doesn't speak great English, but he'll be able to be so eloquent in Spanish, and it will translate it like because we're talking about like edits and stuff, and it'll
That's
translate it
really
perfectly.
cool.
Oh, that's really nice.
So like you're telling me there's not like some phone app that you could get? Probably could.
Lo
She
siento.
also-
Lo siento, Wilson.
Lo siento.
Lo siento.
Lo siento. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sorry, Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you trying to say like my name is?
Me
Sorry,
llamo
it's
Wilson.
the movie with Tom Hanks.
Where he
it's
has
really-
Wilson.
Yeah. There's a Spanish version, and it's like Lo siento, Wilson. It's very
I'm
iconic.
sorry, Wilson. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
She also said that it would be awkward for everyone involved because no one knows ASL.
Awkward.
And she commented, and I quote here, plus it would look very weird if people saw you and Dean throwing your hand signals to each other.
You know what? I got a little hand signal for you. Boom!
Oh,
I got another one. Boom!
Oh, that's called
Can't be
flipping the
offended. You don't
bird.
know ASL.
Yeah, I would immediately end
Is that
that
ASL?
friendship.
Does that count?
No, ASL would be this. F off.
That's it?
That's F off.
Here, how about
This is thank you. This is
Boom.
F off.
Double F off.
This means rude, like you're rude. This means cute. I'm just telling you all of the signs I know.
Oh, nice.
Anyway,
It's okay. You're just gonna only see one hand motion.
boom.
Boom! Hey, yo.
I
What
thanked.
does that mean in ASL?
Ow. I thanked Lisa for her honesty and said my husband's not an aesthetic choice and that our communication is not throwing hand signals. I told Lisa that I wish her the best, but that her insensitivity doesn't match my aesthetic,
Oh, boom.
and left the conversation. Nice, mic drop. I called Nate this morning to discuss my conversation after I cooled down, and Nate explained that it was Lisa's big day, so she was entitled to make those decisions. She sure is entitled, regardless of whether or not he agreed with it.
Bird! Did you hear what Sophia just said? She said she was
Burning up.
entitled, and she was
Burning
right.
up.
Boom, 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 boom.
And just to be clear, Nate said, she's entitled to make those decisions regardless of whether he agreed with it. She's your wife, dude. You're supposed to be partners.
Yeah.
It's also your day.
Exactly.
You're marrying someone who thinks this. I asked Nate, well, do you agree with that decision? And Nate explained that it would have been expensive to hire an interpreter and that it might have been awkward for other guests and for Dean if he can't communicate. I stated, Dean can communicate just fine. He has an effing PhD in economics.
Let's go.
I don't know how that relates.
He can communicate the market.
You just starts talking about
Yeah. Let me communicate about some economics right here. The economics of our friendship, bearish. The economics of this wedding, bearish. The economics of me and my man's leaving, bullish. Economics.
Everyone at the wedding party is like, I didn't quite, we didn't know how to communicate, but I did learn a lot about the Laffy curve and about
the Laffy curve.
Yeah.
It would have been expensive to have an interpreter just speaking graphs.
Wait, is the Laffy curve the thing where it goes? Laffy curve is the thing where
it's the idea.
The thing that isn't it like when the yield curve flips or something?
So it's the idea that was introduced. Bush actually he tried to do it, but I think it was first introduced by Reagan. It was the idea that you can lower taxes and raise spending and still balance the budget, which doesn't make sense. It is not true. But Reagan was like, yeah, we're going to balance the budget, lower taxes, raise spending. It's going to work out great.
It did not work out great.
And then it did not work out great. And then Bush was like, run it back.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nate only replied, you know what I mean. I said, no, I don't. I told Nate I wasn't interested in continuing this friendship if he doesn't show me the same respect that I show him. I told Dean what happened, and Dean told me I shouldn't have said anything and that it wasn't worth losing a friendship over attending a wedding he didn't want to go to anyway. I think that is absolutely worth losing a friendship over.
Yeah.
I stated it was more about the disrespect to my family. I spoke to multiple friends, and they agree that Nate was wrong and that he was deflecting the decision to Lisa so he didn't look bad. I guess my question is, would you end a friendship over this? 100%.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah, I think you gotta. I feel like this is pretty whack.
Yes. I am worried that I may have gotten heated and picked a fight or ended a friendship with Nate because of a decision his wife made that he agreed with. Dean insists he doesn't care and would have tried to find a reason to get out of it anyway. For background, my husband is passive to a fault. I joke that someone could whop him.
Whop him the old 1-2, doodly do, buckly buck.
Buckly buck.
Buckly buck.
And he was
getting into a ruck.
And he would still offer to drive them home after. He's like, you've had a really big night. Hop in my car. I admit part of my post is also just a vent because I'm filled with such rage. And I know if I posted this to my personal social media, it would cause absolute chaos. There's an update. Bridezilla's side.
Whoa! Oh! Wait.
Oh!
Is it? Wait. So you're saying
I think this is the bride, Lisa.
The bride? Why?
Why would she even?
Why she identifying as a bridezilla or something in this post?
No, I think that that's just how we're titling it.
Whoa!
But this is Bridezilla's side.
We're not even halfway through.
You know how much we love a two-sided story, because in every story there's one side and there's another side, and sometimes there's even, if there's multiple people, there's 3 sides or 4 sides, or even 5 sides. But do we think Bridezilla is going to be in the right or wrong? Like, I feel like, is there something that we're not getting here of why they were uninvited? My theory is Bridezilla is going to make a post trying to get us over to her side, and it's going to dig her deeper into the depths of a grave. But I'm curious what you think. Nina Nelson says, I think Bridezilla is wrong, but we'll try to twist it and fail. And then she'll be a deleted user lol.
I agree.
could totally see that. All right.
All right, let's read the story. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Hit it.
All right, we got an update, guys.
Oh,
boy. We're going to get into the update. Bridezilla's side from Dizzy Soup 4866. Long-time lurker, first-time poster.
Whoa, that's something that Bridezilla would say.
Real names, because I have nothing to effing hide.
Whoa.
Okay. I, 35 female, just got married to my husband, Mark. So this is from Lisa's perspective. I'm going to change Mark to Nate.
Okay.
And then Liam is OP. We'll keep Liam as Liam because we didn't know.
Do Do we need a whiteboard? I might need a whiteboard at this point.
I can keep track, but if Sam needs a whiteboard,
I
you
need a
can write it down.
whiteboard. My feeble mind needs a whiteboard.
So I'm just going to keep the names the same, but now we have
Give
OP
me
is
the
going to be
board.
Liam.
Okay, OP is going to be Liam.
Yeah.
Liam. Wait, I thought OP was Bridezilla. Oh, no,
OP is
original
a man.
OP.
Original OP is,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm going to say
Bridezilla is Lisa.
OP is Liam.
Yes.
All right.
Nate is, well, let's go. Lisa is Bridezilla.
All right. Bridezilla is Lisa.
Nate is Lisa's husband, now husband.
Wait. Bridezilla, Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa.
I'm going to say Huz is Nate.
Nate, yeah. And then I think Dean was OP's husband. So Dean is Liam's husband.
OP Huz is Dean.
Yeah.
What's the kid's name?
I think it was Lucy.
OP
Kid Lucy.
Kid
And I think that's
Lucy.
everyone that matters. And if we come up to anyone else, we'll figure it out. All right.
Boom.
I, 35 female, just got married to my husband, Nate, 38 male, a couple weeks ago. Nate went to grad school with Liam, who is our original OP. 38
Liam
male.
is original OP right there. Look at it. Bridezilla Lisa, Bridezilla husband Nate, OP husband Dean, OP kid Lucy.
Beautiful.
All right. Cheat.
During this time, Liam got married to Dean, 40 male. Dean is deaf, but Liam communicates with sign language as Dean can't speak.
Can't speak.
Oh, this is going to be hard. Nate and Liam were close in grad school, but grew apart after graduating, which Nate attributed to Liam and Dean having a child and Liam being flaky.
Okay.
I met Nate, the love of my life, 3 years ago, but never once met Liam because Liam made no attempt to meet me. Okay, because Liam and Nate were the friends.
Yeah.
Okay. When we were planning on our wedding, Nate demanded Liam and Dean be invited. This was late into our planning process and many invitations had already been sent out, so we agreed to only include Liam. Before you accuse me of being closet guard, I had attracted the same gender friends in college.
Yep.
I had J with a G friends.
I kissed a
I
girl
can't
once
be.
and kind of liked it.
I cannot be closet guard.
Closet guard is
That's-
what we're
yeah, that's
calling it.
This has nothing to do with Liam and Dean being attracted to the same gender.
Okay.
However, because Dean can't hear, we would need extra accommodations. For example, an interpreter during all points of the wedding and reception.
Is Dean asking for that?
No.
Yeah, dude.
No.
If someone who's allergic to milk comes
Yeah.
to your wedding,
Yeah.
you don't make all of your stuff without milk.
Yeah.
You don't make every piece of food without milk.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a milkless option, but I don't think a person who can't eat milk is showing up to your wedding demanding milkless products.
I don't think they really are.
No.
Plus, how are other guests supposed to talk with him? You have immediately shown
you
to
have
everyone.
shown yourself.
You have immediately
You've outed
shown.
yourself.
That was so quick. You really thought.
That was so how could anyone
Yeah.
talk to this guy?
Yeah. No one else knows the signs. So I'm sure it would be weird for everyone involved.
Oh my
You
God.
suck so hard. You suck so hard immediately. I don't know how much an interpreter would cost, but we were already having to make cuts to decoration and even delayed our honeymoon. So my wedding could be perfect.
Yikes. The my
And this is
wedding
on my?
is definitely Bridezilla.
Girl, why did you
energy.
even respond?
Yeah, Nina Nelson says, so self-centered.
Yeah. Because of this, we didn't allow Liam to bring any guests.
Did you pull up an ASL? $45 to $100, but those I feel like those prices gotta go up for weddings. Everyone
Yeah.
does the
Sure.
10x wedding prices.
But presumably,
Not
you
that
only
expensive.
need the interpreter for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, true.
Because of this, we didn't allow Liam to bring any guests. Liam RSVP'd and months go by without him questioning anything about this. So I assumed he understood why, because your husband lied to him. That's why. During the wedding, my maid of honor pulled me aside to tell me that Liam was asking guests if they were allowed to bring guests and question why they thought his invitation didn't include a +1. I saw Liam recently at my girlfriend's birthday party, and he confronted me about why Dean wasn't invited. He accused me of being closet guard. I explained that it wasn't because they were J with a G, but because Max required significant accommodations that we would not be able to provide.
You're just making up these accommodations.
You're making them up.
To exclude them because you're uncomfortable with people who either like the same sex or can't hear.
Yeah. Like you're just ableist.
You're just ableist.
It's so weird.
You're gableist.
Gableist. How will he know when to stand? Context clues? Maybe when he's not blind. Or where to go.
Time out.
Yes.
If you stand,
excuses.
it doesn't really make a noise. You need vision for that.
You need vision for that.
I know,
true.
yeah. Well, presumably she's talking about when they're like, please rise.
Please rise.
But you can get clues.
Dude, I don't know if y'all have been to a Catholic mass,
Yeah.
but if you haven't been in a while, the please, like knowing when to rise or when to sit, it's very confusing.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at everyone else.
I'm not listening.
I'm not listening.
Like, what?
I'm just
Am I
being
supposed
like,
to kneel?
oh, is this guy? Okay, yeah, this guy's standing up. I better stand up now.
Yeah. Also, it would be just unfortunate if he couldn't dance because he couldn't hear the music.
I would say half the people at your wedding probably
Won't
aren't
be
on
dancing.
beat.
Oh, what?
Well, at least won't be on beat.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the people who can hear the music, I can assure you, won't be dancing on beat.
Also,
and also, a lot of people don't dance at weddings.
you can feel the music.
Yes. Deaf people love very, like,
Bass heavy.
bass heavy music.
Yeah, so blast the
because
bass.
you can feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like, that's not me saying, that's a lot of deaf people saying.
There's a lot of dead. Yeah.
I don't think they're saying that, though.
They're signing it.
They're signing it.
Yeah.
Also, it would be just unfortunate if he couldn't dance because he can't hear the music. Liam got angry and accused me of being insensitive. Accused? I think he labeled
I
you
love when
correctly.
people are so bad that their
Yeah.
defense makes them seem
Yeah,
worse.
worse.
You know?
It's so obvious.
It's so obvious.
He wouldn't look at me the rest of the night, and honestly, I didn't care. I don't know him from Adam. Who's Adam?
I know that's just a saying.
Oh, I don't know him
I
from
don't
Adam.
know from Adam. You know?
But I won't have someone accuse me of being insensitive.
Who's Adam? Also, wait. Christina the Greek says, has she ever heard of Beethoven? Man
True.
was making bangers with a horn out his ear.
That's true. That's true.
Show the horn.
Also, the movie Sound of Metal, drummer who goes deaf.
That's not Beethoven.
But it is. That's a giraffe.
Beethoven.
Beethoven's horn.
That one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he had to. Yeah, that.
No, that's
Oh, his ear horn.
no, his ear horn.
Oh, is that just a horn?
Yeah, his ear horn.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yeah. He had a bunch of different horns for hearing.
Honestly, y'all should look up the progression of.
Beethoven's horns.
Let me say one thing.
Sophia, we're...
With this, I was one sentence. You should look up the progression of like hearing aids because it's
Hearing
really
aids.
cool.
Okay. We'll pull that up after this story.
But I won't have someone accuse me of being insensitive or trying to take away my perfect wedding. Nate called Liam and confronted him about how inappropriate it was. Nate had my back and reinforced that we couldn't make special accommodations for everything and everyone. But Liam refused to hear it. Oh, just like his husband.
Oh.
Nate told me that I am not wrong, but I could have worded my concerns better. He's like, you sounded like a real a-hole. My maid of honor, on the other hand, said I was correct in what I did. Oh, you've got a little.
You got a posse of
yeah.
yes maids.
I was thinking a little henchman.
Yeah.
Worm tongue.
Yeah.
Worm tongue.
You must do this, master.
He's trying to steal your power.
And showed compassion by being honest rather than beating around the bush, and that Liam and Dean need to stop thinking the world caters to them. But you think it caters to you?
Yeah. This is
Bridezilla
ridiculous.
comment, what the actual F, Liam? Did you really think making a post on Reddit about this was appropriate? This is Lisa. And it's,
What?
did she post separate to him? I thought she found his post and then posted. I think she posted separate and then found his post.
Oh.
So they just both posted on Reddit about the situation.
Wait. So is she now responding
Yes,
to
I think.
OGOP?
I think. This is Lisa, and it's important that you hear all sides of this story. First, F you, Liam. Nate wasn't going to invite you, but I encouraged him to because you complained about losing touch with people. But that's because you and Dean don't put any effort into staying connected. Secondly, we are very tolerant, and I object to the criticism I see here that we excluded them because they were J with a G.
G with a J.
I have plenty of attractive same gender friends, but no deaf friends, clearly. Third, you don't have the right to judge decisions I make about my day. This isn't your decision about who I do.
My day. I hate the my. My day just tells me, if she just said, I don't care what you have to say about my day, that tells me everything I need to know.
And Nate's probably behind her being like, yes, dear, whatever you say,
Yes, dear, whatever you want, dear.
This isn't your decision about who I do or don't include. Our wedding had over 100 people. I know others didn't bring their spouse or kids, but we can't make accommodations for everything and everyone. Everything? I am sorry you're jealous that your wedding only had 20 people.
She sucks. She sucks. I would rather have 20 people at my wedding
that actually liked me.
That actually liked me than a bunch of people that know I'm a raging loony.
But don't feel, can't be brave enough to actually tell me the truth. Oh, also, do you remember how you asked multiple people at the wedding if they had a guest invited on their RSVP? That's not only inappropriate, it's effing weird. It's effing weird to not invite someone because they're deaf.
Yeah. Also,
and J with the G.
And J with the G.
And is it Killa22 or Scylla22?
Scylla.
All right, because Killa22 is cool too. But Scylla22 says it's not even our day.
Yeah.
It's my day. Yeah.
Over and over. You asked at least 5 people who told me you were trying to start drama, wondering why Dean wasn't invited. I'm sorry, Dean's deaf. Not a proper noun, by the way.
Are you? What?
Wow. By the way, there's a difference between like deaf culturally and deaf.
Not
just
a
the
proper noun is crazy.
Wow. So don't capitalize it. There is a difference, Lisa.
Oh, yeah. Christina the Greek says, please read a comment where she gets torn.
I'm sure she gets torn apart here.
Riley, can you read can you find one of those comments and read it?
I imagine it's, you don't even have to find them. They're all there. But the world doesn't revolve around him or you. Like, it's so obvious to me that this woman knows literally nothing about deaf culture or anything. Interpreters are expensive. You said you don't know how much they cost. You did not look that up.
Yeah.
And having them next to the priest or us saying our vows would absolutely distract from my day. You all are so quick to pass judgment, but it was my wedding, and it was a beautiful occasion. I'm sorry we can't bend over backwards for a couple that makes an effort to reach out only when the season changes.
That's such a funny way to say a couple times a year.
Yeah.
When the season changes, then finally you reach out to us.
When the first leaf falls, they finally reach out. One last thing. You know why you never met me prior to the wedding? Because you never invited me. I'm not accusing you of excluding me because I'm a woman. F you, Liam. Don't contact us again. I don't think you're going to have to worry about that.
Oh, man.
And OP replies.
OP
to all the
replies. This
comments.
is so drama. This is so drama. I feel like we know this woman is a bridezilla.
Yeah,
Bridezilla
Sam,
through and through.
do you think that she's going to read these comments and realize the error of her ways and repent?
I feel like this is someone who responds to every comment.
Yeah.
Being like, you're totally wrong.
Yeah.
I have no, like, just absolutely going to battle.
Yes,
You know?
I agree. I think that she responded. I think she took hours out of her time. I think she's on her honeymoon.
Yeah, I think this is her ideal honeymoon.
Yeah.
Getting absolutely blasted on the internet and then fighting for her life.
Yeah. Uh-oh. But let's read these comments. Original OP comments.
We got to change the voice.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I woke up and read through so many comments, and I'm so thankful to hear everyone's thoughts. I feel so validated. And to be clear, this is Liam.
Yeah.
While I am still angry, I feel much, much better. One thing I didn't think about until now is that Nate and Dean have known each other for almost as long as I've been together with Dean. 10 years.
Whoa.
And he didn't invite him to the wedding?
That's crazy.
And Nate has never learned a single sign. That is honestly, really quick pause. That is such a red flag to me to
honestly,
have a friend.
I would go straight from a yellow to a red flag.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
That is yellow. Yeah.
Boom.
I think there should be an effort. If you have a deaf friend or a deaf person in your life, you should absolutely be making an effort to at least be conversational in the language that this person speaks.
I feel like conversational is hard,
signs.
but like at least like know a couple.
I think if you have a deaf person in your life, I think you should be at least conversational.
Conversational?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? What does conversational mean?
Like you can have a conversation.
Have a conversation?
Like how was your day? What did you do? Yeah.
I can't have. I'm so bad at languages.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I could do that.
That I think that at least that.
I will be honest. Learning
That's not conversational.
sign
Yeah, it
language.
is.
How far does this go? All right.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Sí.
I don't know about Spanish.
That's it. I feel like that just kind of breaks the barrier.
Yo tengo grande gato en mis pantalones.
You have
El
a big
gato.
cat in your pants.
Yes.
El fuego pantalones.
Okay, well, I personally
El
think
frío pantalones. Mi pantalones es en grande casa.
anyway. Christina the Greek says I had a niece who had speech delay. We learned signs, so she only needed it. Wait, what? I think basically saying we learned sign for her. It was very easy to learn the basics.
Ming Ming says, how did you survive Japan, Sam? Luckily, I didn't have to speak much Spanish in Japan.
I personally think that you should start learning. If you have a deaf friend or a deaf person in your life, you should start learning sign language. You don't have to be fluent in it, but you should start learning it, and you should work to get some level of fluency. You don't have to be the best person in the world at it.
Yeah.
But I think if you have people in your life that can only communicate a certain way, you should make an effort to communicate with them. And the fact that there was no level of that after 10 years,
Yeah.
gross. He doesn't even sign thank you or how are you, both of which are simple signs to learn. Thank you. Not that hard. I now think that he put zero effort into our friendship, so I don't feel so bad about not reaching out as much as I could have. As far as posting this to my social media, I will not, because my husband doesn't like high visibility and would not want to be involved in drama of any kind. You don't need to post this to your social media. That is...
I feel that's asking for drama.
We'll do it for you.
We'll post it all of our social medias. I'm also not sure he wants to be played off as a victim. I also see that Lisa decided to comment on this post. I have nothing to say to you other than I truly wish you two the best. I hope others show you compassion and love that you denied my family.
Oh, what a
Burn.
polite burn.
Yeah. By the way, I would be polite of you guys to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. We've got another comment from OP, but do you have any final thoughts on this story?
I feel like we were right. We knew Bridezilla was going to be a Bridezilla. OP is chilling. I would love to hear one comment after we finish up of like what was said to Bridezilla. I want to hear the comments that are tearing her apart.
I gotta know.
I gotta know what the people are saying. You know.
Oh, this was posted on a competitor's subreddit.
Oh. But we got a little bit left.
Okay, so you were right, Sophia. They both posted on two different accounts, not because one responded to the other, but just separately.
Which is crazy. Hello again. I have received so many kind and thoughtful messages, both on this post and through DMs, and wanted to thank everyone. I no longer feel anger, just pity towards Lisa. I want to answer a few questions people have messaged me. I am aware that Lisa has posted her side of the story. I haven't read the post, and I won't, because while I clearly live rent-free in her head, she won't live rent-free in mine. I mean, you don't need to. You already lived it. If my husband were to have attended while an interpreter would be nice, it's not needed as I am fluent in ASL and am completely capable of interpreting for him. I will say I did ask people at the wedding if other people had a +1. I don't think I was aggressive, but it may not have been the best timing for me, and I realized that. No, it was the best timing, because this girl sucks. Put her on blast.
He does.
That was a mistake on my part, and I will own up to it. I am also aware that Lisa has given everyone's real names.
Whoa.
Except her own.
Whoa. Lisa sucks.
Lisa, you stupid. That's why everyone was able to find your post.
Ooh.
I will not give her a real name. And Opie's the bigger person. Also, one person sent me a LinkedIn profile asking if it was my husband. It wasn't, thank God. But please, please, please stop trying to find our actual profiles. I've debated deleting this post, but unfortunately, our real names are on Lisa's. Thank God my daughter was left out, probably because she doesn't know her name. Thanks again for all the kind comments. And that is the end
Wow.
of this story. Wow.
What a crazy double-sided story. I love a two-sider.
I mean, that could be an episode in and of itself.
That it could. Long enough.
So this is off of Bridezilla's post.
Yeah.
The Reddit. You excluded someone because of their disability. You're the a-hole. I assume you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like, how are the other guests supposed to talk with him? No one else knows signs, so I'm sure it would be weird for everyone involved. You're the a-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like almost 1,000 upvotes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
your defense
obvious.
is that you aren't homophobic, but that you're ableist?
Yeah.
You're the a-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
Not
enough said.
hard.
Enough said. But I believe that is enough for us to say for this episode.
It sure is.
Yes.
Sure
and
is.
fun fact, Lisa deleted her post, so
Shocker.
it can't find it.
Yep.
Are we good reading comments?
We can, yes.
But we got some comments from the video. My boyfriend pressured me into a threesome. Now he's jealous. And this was posted May 1st, 2026. The TLDR comes from Story 1. OP's boyfriend begged her for a threesome for months, so she finally said yes and picked a sweet girl from her class to join them. The night went great for OP, maybe a little too great, because now her boyfriend is furious and demanding she drops out of school just to avoid the other girl. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. OP's starting to realize some big feelings of her own, and her boyfriend's reaction might reveal who he really is. Did she stay with the guy she's been with for 4 years, or did she follow her heart somewhere unexpected? If you're curious to know the full story, you can go watch the full video. And we've got some comments.
Let's hear them.
Haya5235 says, OP is cheating the moment she talks to the girl beyond the three-way. Reezy Lowy says, are they in the same class? Ghost Love says, but she's talking to her outside of class, which is the issue.
I mean, yes, I can see if you have, if you have made it clear, hey, this is a boundary. We don't want to have any emotional attachment. Yeah, I guess it just depends on how clear you are, because I think you need to be so straightforward and clear when you're having like, some sort of open or, just
when you're
letting other
inviting
people-
another person into your relationship, you better make sure those boundaries are crystal clear.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Adu Windows 70 says, OP did get emotionally attached to the girl. Starting a relationship, which started with spicy sleep, is risky.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
100%.
Inviting anyone to your relationship is risky.
Yeah.
But you know what else is risky?
Is there more comments?
No, ending this episode.
There are more comments.
Oh, never mind.
Yes.
Wait.
Bridget Fritz General says, oh, that's not cool. Trash talking someone's yum because you think it's yuck while also turning their interest in you to gossipy shame. Tisk, tisk.
Tisk, tisk.
And one more from Simon Roll. I just love when a guy forcing a party of three falls on his sword because he causes his own demise with greed. You throw the love away the second you force a party of three and expect them to see you the same? Nah, it's not sacred any longer. You can get dropped anytime.
Yeah.
It definitely makes it more complicated.
It sure does. But we're not going to complicate it any longer because
Yep.
that's the end of the episode.
See ya.
So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you and see ya tomorrow.
Hey, don't leave yet. We've got some stories that we think you'll enjoy, so stay tuned for the next one.
I told my sister-in-law that I'd sew her wedding dress, but I just went back on my word.
Dude, as someone who sews, I get it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You heard it here first, folks. My brother and future sister-in-law had planned on getting married by the end of June, but the vid happened. Long before that, he had requested from me as a wedding gift to sew the wedding dress of my sister-in-law. By the way, this comes from her is son Berserk. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So I am by no means a professional, unlike this individual to
What-
my left.
What can I say?
But I can do simple stuff rather nicely. I already sew stuff for my family and friends as gifts regularly, little outfits for the kids or cosplays, just easy stuff that can be worn even if there are a few defects on it. They had planned on a no-frill wedding with close family and friends only, and my sister-in-law had her eyes on a flowing, layered Grecian tunic-style dress. Rather easy to do and not too expensive as far as materials needed, so I agreed. But with the lockdown, well, things got complicated. Lockdown started in March, we were unable to get the fittings, etc., and pretty soon they realized the wedding would have to be postponed. My sister-in-law lost it, crying, screaming, the whole shebang. Nothing we could do or say could calm her down until my brother asked her what she wanted to do instead. And she said she wanted now a big wedding as compensation.
Uh-oh.
I don't know about that, Chief. I mean, well, okay, I get her frustration, I really do, but the main reason they were having a small wedding was to save money to renovate the house. And so on and so forth. But that's none of my business, I know. My brother relented, and now they are planning a big ol' wedding for 2021. Sister-in-law sent me her new requirements, and she wants a full skirt with silk, bodiced, lined, embroidered, trained, the whole princess gig.
I will say that word is bodiced.
Bodiced? Oh, I thought it was bodiced.
No, it's okay.
Bodiced. Bodiced, modest. Mouse. That, of course, I will still pay for in full for the materials. I told her I didn't feel like I could do it, that it was too complicated for my skills, and she went ballistic. She said I was lying, that I had done complicated things before, and that it was just nothing more than a couple more stitches.
Dude.
Triggered over here for sure.
Triggered. There are so many situations when like someone who doesn't sew is like, it's not that hard. And it's like, girl, you have not sewn
Yeah,
before.
it's like
everything is so much more complicated than it seems.
Go do it then.
Go
If it's,
do it.
Oh, it's just a couple more stitches?
Yeah.
That's great. Go ahead and do it then.
No, it's a completely different system if you want all that. Completely different.
I have been trying to explain to my brother, because she doesn't want to speak to me anymore, as I am conspiring to ruin her wedding, that I do not feel able to do it. His solution is that I buy the wedding dress that she wants, or I wouldn't be invited to the wedding. So I said, okay. I said I wouldn't go because I couldn't do what they asked me. Boom. Yes. Okay. Thank God. You had me in the first half. I was like, no, don't buy her wedding dress for her.
Yeah.
I said I wouldn't go because I couldn't do what they asked me. I can't sew that dress, and I certainly can't pay for what she wants. I'm now a heartless big sister who doesn't approve of her little bro's wedding or wife. And honestly, I just want to tell them all to go stitch their big mouths closed. And there is an update, which is what is this? This is just wedding fever. Like,
This is just, dude, I'm like, triggered is absolutely the right word. There is just literally so many situations. I've ranted so many times with my other job is involving sewing, and I've ranted to the boss so many times, like back and forth with her, just about people not understanding what goes into sewing, and like people asking us to like do certain things, and it's like, no, you don't get it. Like it's like asking to build a house. It's like, oh, like, can you just like make this little hut for me or put up a tent? Right. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, actually I want a full house with soundproof walls and everything.
Right.
It's like,
and it's like, well, it's just a couple more screws and some more wood. What's the difference?
No, sir. No, sir. It is not.
Well, we do have an update here.
Let's see it.
Hopefully there's some reconciliation. I am really touched by the support and the many great advices I receive. Many of you here or in private messages gave me ideas and leads on how to deal with this the best way possible, as well as pointing out things I hadn't even considered. On Saturday, I'll see my parents, and I will explain to them that as much as I appreciate their faith in my capacities, I am not up to the task. And while their support is amazing, at this moment and on that subject, it's misguided. I will do an itemized list of the costs of the first dress, the one I agreed to make, a quote from a professional seamstress of my town for the new dress my sister-in-law wants, and a few picked up examples of the prices of off-the-rack dresses and show it to them to demonstrate my point.
There you go.
Point being that would be a lot to do.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Many of you also pointed out that while my sister-in-law is planning on splurging, the question of who's going to shoulder the extra cost hasn't been raised. I want to touch on that point with them as well. Also raise the point that it's all nice and well to faire des plans sous les comètes. I hope that was close. I think in English that translates to wishing upon the moon for a 2021 wedding. It's not even guaranteed, which is, now that we're living in the future, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yes, having her wedding ruined is hard and crappy and effed up. And to all of you here going through this, I really hope the postponement will only bring you even better things. But it doesn't allow her to act like this, and I will not go to that wedding unless big apologies are made. Last but not least, I had no idea there were that many fabric artists, sewists, embroideresses, stylists, and such. And I had no idea this community would be so supportive. And I also learned a lot. So thanks to all of you again. I will update next week when I've seen my parents, and we have an update.
Wow.
Do we think it's good or bad?
I'm scared.
I'm saying bad.
I'm saying bad.
All right.
Most of our stories statistically prove that this will be bad.
Just say that this is like this person being like, you're sabotaging my wedding because now you won't give me the dress you can't make.
It was already a big ask for someone to make your wedding dress.
Yeah.
If this is someone that does not do this, like if someone, I don't know what kind of stuff she makes, but if she usually makes like tote bags or something, and or like little clothes, I guess she did mention she'll make little clothes that are wearable. A wedding dress is a big jump.
That's a big jump.
Big jump.
So, a lot of things happened after a few requests. This is the kind of things I had promised, like one of you so nicely said. Mostly my sewing style is full-on Monet. Father, you are the best, it looks, but for the love of everything that is nice in the world, don't look too closely at it. Okay, so we have the picture here.
I see.
Throw the picture upon the screen. I went to my parents on Sunday. They understood very quickly the huge difference in skill set required to fulfill the new request. They also discovered the wondrous world of AliExpress and Wish counterfeit designer wedding dresses, because that's where they had gotten their price range ideas from.
From Wish? They said, okay, this can be a $1 wedding dress. Dude.
It's just made out of toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly. And dreams.
Quite a few laughs were had over the expectation versus reality pictures I had found. We also went over the extra costs of the new wedding, and I just advised to be careful as we didn't even know yet what would be possible with the pandemic threat still lurking around. 2 days later, my brother stopped by, and before I could see him in real life, accompanied by future sister-in-law. Keep in mind that this is a recap of what I have been told by my parents. I was not here for this. Our parents did take my side on the dress story, and at first it seemed that my future sister-in-law heard them out, until they said they weren't sure they could chip in for the extra costs of a store-bought princess dress. Then, again, I wasn't here. This is what they told me happened. My sister-in-law silently mouthed out a very foul word towards my mother, and my dad saw her do this. All heck broke loose.
Oh boy.
For a couple weeks, everyone was screaming at everyone else. My bro not really siding with his wife-to-be or our parents. Our dad doesn't want anything to do with future sister-in-law at all, ever. What did she say?
I really want to know.
So dad wants nothing to do with her, but mom is more hopeful that a nice apology and some explanations could mend the fences. I still haven't been able to catch my brother face to face. He called, and it ended up rather sour since he threw my celibate status at my face as a symbol of failure. But he did later send me an apology text saying he loved me, he wanted me at the wedding no matter what, and he would understand should I not want to sew the original dress anyway. And there was some sweet revenge here. My dad was so incensed at what had happened that he took me to the fabric shop the very next day and told me to go wild and get yourself enough fabric for a princess dress. So 1 pattern and 3 weeks of intense self-challenging later, it's full of mistakes and crooked sewing, but it was made with the ardent fervor of self-righteousness. And there's a link for the dress here. And I swear to the heavens that if she doesn't apologize to my parents, I will wear this at her wedding. Ooh, so she probably made
fun.
like a crazy, awesome princess dress for herself.
Yeah.
We have another edit here. Thank you, everyone, for the kind words towards my family here and in private messages. The sewing pattern for the yellow dress is the McCall 2041. I'm sorry, I could have sworn it was a simplicity. My bad.
How dare you, OP?
Yes.
How dare you?
How dare you? My inspiration wasn't the Belle dress, sorry, nor was it the Hamilton musical, which I admit I haven't seen yet. It was a book I had read recently and loved, an old horror novel called The King in Yellow. And I wanted to be a queen in yellow, ominous and angry and powerful when I picked the fabric, because I was pissed and angry and hurt at what had happened. And I was indeed feeling spiteful. And by the way, I'll never feel spiteful if you go listen to full episodes of stories like this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. Just search OK Storytime, and you will have a basically unlimited amount of stories to choose from. So there is a little bit of story left. Let me see if I can pull up the dresses really quick. But it looks like that's not like really a wedding dress.
Yeah.
It's like just
If
a
that's the
really
right one.
beautiful dress that she made.
Yeah,
So
I mean-
she would kind of upstage, but she's not wearing white,
Not
which
wearing
is
white.
good.
Yeah, she mentioned it was yellow.
That would be too far.
Yeah. Dang.
Let's finish it off. So, okay. Here we go.
We know.
Here's what the sister-in-law mouthed.
I'm so excited.
Well, here's a quick French lesson. You can worsen a lot of slurs by adding, I think it's but it's assez probably at the end. Like, yeah, exactly. For example, une con is a stupid woman. Une connasse is a stupid, despicable, mean woman.
I see.
The slur she used was that of that category, hence my usually mellow dad flying off his handle.
Wow.
P.S. I have decided to name that dress, and yes, thanks to you all, she will now and forever be known as Spite Dress. And that is the end of that story.
My egotistic sister-in-law invited my husband's ex to her wedding. We didn't even know that they were friends. Whoa.
How you gonna invite the ex to the wedding?
Warning, long and ranting. Throw away because this is easily identifiable and I don't want it linked back to my main account. TLDR at the end. Background, dear husband and I have been married for 7 years. His only request for our wedding was to include the sister-in-law, mother-in-law, and father-in-law in some way. By the way, this comes from Nightmare Wedding 034, and if you want to submit your own stories, just go to r/OKStorytime subreddit.
Do it.
We'll read them for you. Sister-in-law and my brother ended up being our witnesses as we had no bridesmaids or groomsmen. I used to organize large and small scale events professionally and can work with pretty much any budget or interests. I offered to help free of charge and was ignored. Dear husband is sister-in-law's only sibling. He was not invited to participate or help in any way. Sister-in-law is in her late 40s. She has no children and is a self-absorbed hipster. Her future husband is in his late 50s with 4 grown children from a previous marriage. He is a tragic hipster, tight jeans, suede Chelsea boots, non-ironic plaid, and a man bun.
Hey. There's nothing wrong with plaid.
Oh, yeah?
As a Midwesterner, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of plaid.
And pretentious. Not my favorite person, but I'm not the one who must spend any time with him. Even my ever-polite mother-in-law finds him boring, and she could probably find something nice to say about Idi Amin. My sister-in-law is getting married this weekend. She has been planning her wedding for over a year and is getting married in the middle of nowhere in a national park. It is a half-hour drive from the closest place for a family to stay along winding tracks. It is over a 6-hour drive from our home. She does not live in this area or live close, come from this area, or have a particular need to have the event at such a remote corner of this area. It is a busy summer weekend and the area is a massive draw for tourists, so everywhere to stay has a 2-night minimum. We had accommodation sorted through my mother-in-law who wanted us to stay until mid next week and do the 6-hour drive home on my birthday. My dear husband and I have small daughters who were asked to be flower girls despite sister-in-law meeting them 4 times during their entire lives. The dresses are frankly hideous. Navy blue polyester satin with an ugly bow in chartreuse. And sister-in-law requested that we buy them shoes and a floral headpiece that would cost $130 per child. Her maid of honor suggested putting it on a credit card. We can afford this kind of crap, but for shoes with laces, they are too young to be able to do them up themselves, and getting them on would be like trying to put ice skates on an octopus that they will grow out of in 3 months. Yeah, no.
Just complete waste of money.
Absolutely.
Entirely.
I found an alternative that is suitable in the right color, and she eventually tolerated. She wants her bridal party and flower girls to go down the aisle after her. Weird, but fine. Her bridal party is 5 bridesmaids, including the mother-in-law, and 4 flower girls. Future husband has 4 groomsmen. This is for a wedding with 60 guests, so 25% of the total attendees would be standing at the altar. That's really funny. That's a lot.
Funny.
Yet somehow, dear husband doesn't get a role of any time. Not an usher, usher, not a witness, nothing. When I heard about this, I started thinking that maybe sister-in-law was becoming something of a bridezilla. You think? You were starting to think? I know.
My brain just turned on and I've realized.
I'm slightly suspicious of this situation. Oh, Opie, so naive. Her location is a farm. Her dress code is cocktail attire. Her ceremony seating is hay bales. I love it. At this point, it's camp. And I'm now in love with the Bridezilla. It's enough stupid decisions to be endearing, you know?
Yeah, I kind of feel that a little bit.
As someone with fairly severe hay allergies and a need to be able to drive, more on that later, this was going to be painful, and it would have been torturous for an 83-year-old family member or family friend who recently had a double hip replacement. When asked to provide a chair for him, that response was, it would ruin the photo. When asked if our daughters, who she demanded be at the location 2 hours earlier than anyone else, could get changed upon arrival, we were told that there wouldn't be a room available. The ceremony is mid-afternoon with drinks and nibbles served before dinner at 6:30 p.m. My children go to bed half an hour drive away at 6:45 p.m. Sister-in-law suggested that I ask them to wake up later in the morning so that they could stay for the meal. Sister-in-law has never interacted much with small children, and it shows.
It does show, doesn't it?
If these are children that are too small to lace up their own shoes,
Yeah.
they have there's no negotiating what time they wake up.
They have a set schedule.
Yes, whether you like it or not. When this was rejected as an option, she suggested that my parents drive 6 hours to collect the children in the evening and take them back to our accommodation where there was not a room for them. They would not be invited to the wedding, nor would they want to come, to be honest, and everything in the area is booked out. Perhaps they could rent a camper van, the Bridezilla asks. No, they were to cat sit for us at our home and celebrate a birthday with friends. The location has 6 bedrooms on site, as well as camping plots for double tents. Sister-in-law and future husband are in 1 room. His 2 older children and partners are in 2 rooms. His other 2 children are sharing the 4th. His mother, heavy drinker in her late 80s, and his best man, heavy drinker in his late 50s, have the 5th and 6th. It was suggested that we camp shared toilet block 100 yards away, but that the children would need to be wary of the partially concealed stream in the camping field, and that the 2 tents would not necessarily be near each other.
This is all the worst thing you could ever hear as a parent or an elderly person.
So they expect these, I'm assuming, like 2 or 3-year-olds to like be in tents that are not near each other.
Yeah, this is absurd.
Oh, this is crazy. So far, so entitled. Fine. We made our peace with showing up, having a terrible time, smiling for the mandatory photos, and never thinking about it again. Then last Friday, my sister-in-law dropped a fun bombshell in a perfunctory text. Hi there. Wanted to let you know, so you weren't surprised, that I invited your ex to the wedding. I forgot about the title. Oh boy. She is an important friend to me, and I hope that we all can have a good time at my wedding with fun and peace. Neither he nor I knew that his ex was a friend of the sister-in-law. She has never mentioned this person in the decade that I've known her. The ex lives a long haul flight away. This is not a last-minute thing. Dear husband has spent over 12 years trying to get past the trauma of the relationship and the damage it did to him. Oh, wow. So it's more than just an ex. This is what I'm assuming is probably like an abusive partner.
It's like
that.
The ex.
The ex. He is finally in a mentally really healthy space, and yet sister-in-law thinks that dropping this on him a week before is okay. Not okay. I went into full mama bear mode and pulled my children and myself out. My dear husband was crying, trying to figure out what was actually going on. I wrote to mother-in-law telling her that dear husband was willing to go and that we would all go to but F nowhere as accommodation is booked, but that 3 of us would stay home and enjoy a day of exploring the area. Mother-in-law wrote back uninviting us on the entire trip. Dear husband shut down completely.
Dude, why is
Yikes.
this family suck so bad?
There's no thinking or consideration at all. I called mother-in-law and she finally admitted that she had known the ex was coming for 6 months, but that sister-in-law had asked her not to tell us so that she could Tell us in her own time. I want to throw up at that. That makes me want to throw up angrily.
In her own time.
In
You
her
mean
own
you mean
time.
at the worst possible time to cause
Yeah.
the most amount of distress?
Right. But
You
also,
little monster.
it's not like this is like a partner that cheated in their relationship. Like, that's something where it's like, okay, whatever, tell you in your own time. You're the one that has to do it. This is different. Your mom can definitely tell you that their terrible ex is going to show up at a wedding.
Yeah, deserve
Absolutely.
the heads up. 6 months heads up,
Yes.
probably a different situation than 1 week.
Mother-in-law didn't want to do anything to distract or ruin sister-in-law's happy day. The outcome of this nightmare is that we aren't going to the middle of nowhere, saving us 12 hours driving. We have gone completely no contact with sister-in-law and never liked future brother-in-law anyway, so definitely no loss there. And have decided not to see or communicate with mother-in-law or father-in-law for this foreseeable future. They have no other grandchildren, and I know I am being punitive by keeping them apart, but I am furious beyond words. Dear husband is distraught, and I am so angry on his behalf that I hope I never see his family again, lest I say something unpleasant. There is an update, but what are we thinking?
Yeah, I support no contact here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
At the very least, with like the sister-in-law and the brother-in-law.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and then the
It's such a nightmare. And for my own clarification, the sister-in-law is like OP's sister-in-law, so it's
so it's her husband's actual
sister.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. If there's an ex that has that much like mental distraught and like trauma on your brother,
Yeah, your own sibling.
why would you even want to be friends with them?
Don't invite her to the freaking wedding.
Yeah, not at all. Or just don't even talk to her ever. That's crazy. But there is an update. So, it has been so interesting to read the comments coming through. Just as a quick update to the comments. My husband's ex stole a huge amount of money from him and was physically... Oh my gosh. Yeah. He ended up in the hospital multiple times, only to be told that as a larger man, she wasn't culpable. Like, as
Well, because
can't be the
he was a
culprit.
big man and
Oh
she
my
was a
gosh.
small woman. She can't be held liable for her beatings.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Absolutely no contact with the sister. That is unacceptable. Not even to just invite her to the wedding at this point. It's like to be in contact with her at all. The
to
sister,
say you're best friends with this person too.
Yes. Oh my gosh. He had PTSD for years on top of anxiety, always had it, and has made amazing progress. Thought of having to see her again pulled him back to a very dark spot in his history that he had worked really hard to get past. The children are also 4-year-old twins. Yeah, very, very little children. I am a judgmental witch. I never claimed to not be. My future brother-in-law is a clown who has no money, no prospect of ever having any money, is ugly, not my opinion only,
Damn.
and has an unpleasant demeanor. So not only is he broke as heck, he's also freaking ugly as
now
heck.
he's a broke, ugly bridge troll.
Get him,
Dang,
OP.
OP.
Get him.
Get him.
Get him. I can only imagine that my sister-in-law thinks he is good in bed, as no one I know who has met him can find any redeeming features, including mother-in-law and father-in-law.
Well, a sister-in-law
That's
sounds like
so
she
funny.
sucks, so it makes sense
Absolutely.
she'd find a partner with someone else who sucks as well.
Yeah, maybe this is just the partner that she deserves. Another answer to a commenter, alcoholism is not relevant, but it is something that I find utterly distasteful when no attempt is made to curb it. I'm aware that it is an addiction, etc., but there are so many ways that it can be managed without negative impact on others. Future brother-in-law's mom starts drinking at about 9 a.m. and becomes rude and aggressive by 2 p.m., so will probably be completely sloshed by 3 p.m. when the ceremony starts. We haven't heard anything from any of the family at all, and I don't give an F about it. XO. And there is a second update.
Let's go.
Let's go. The wedding happened last Saturday, and we weren't there.
Yes.
My children were a little sad, but I convinced them to dress up for a family birthday in their special shoes, nicest dresses, not the hideous bridesmaids ones, were thankfully never posted to us, and pretty headbands. They seemed happy enough. My dear husband was a bit stressed until after the time in the morning when he couldn't have made it to the venue even if he had wanted to. He ended up taking a nap at the time of the ceremony and commented afterwards that he slept through my sister's first wedding. First wedding. That's like calling World War I at the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, there's going to be another. I just know it.
Nobody wants to hear that.
That's so funny. I received a birthday card from mother-in-law postmarked from the area of the wedding venue. I returned it to sender. I am not interested in whatever BS she may have written, but knowing her, she will have avoided anything of note. I wish I had something more interesting to report, that they had been washed away in a flood or all been poisoned by the canapes, but I haven't heard or seen anything about the event at all. But we do have another update, so maybe that has changed.
Let's hear about it.
Let's see. So we haven't heard anything from mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, or new brother-in-law. I'm a little surprised that mother and father-in-law haven't tried to contact dear husband, as our children are their only grandchildren. Does anyone have any hypotheses as to what might happen with them? Dear husband has gone into denial or not dealing with it mode. We have busy lives anyway and are going away this weekend without the children. Thanks, mom and dad. So have plenty to keep us busy. By the way, we have plenty of episodes with stories just like this to keep you busy with entertainment. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is, and search OK Storytime. We got you.
We've got you.
But there's a little bit more. We have removed sister-in-law from our wills, as she was originally a trustee for our children and an executor, as well as a beneficiary should all four of us pass away. Now she gets butt kiss. Not particularly vindictive, as it was unlikely that she would inherit, although as a trustee, she would have been paid decently well and would have been able to embezzle a lot more should the urge have arisen. Any and all ideas for how we should proceed would be of interest. So go wild. What would your wild ideas be on how she can deal with this?
See, now this is, I was getting this sense towards the end of the story. It's like OP, like already won, has gone no contact with all these people, but now OP is like, I want more drama.
I want more.
It's like, no, you already won.
Enough.
It's over now.
It's over.
Let it be just over. Move on with your life. Move forward. I called out my entitled sister-in-law's over-the-top wedding demands. She lost it.
Don't wake the bear.
This is a marriage of bears. A marriage, so to speak. So, quick little backstory. My husband, 21 male, and his brother, 25 male, have always had a great relationship. His brother moved away when he was younger, and even though they're now 2 hours apart, they still regularly talk and play games online together. By the way, this comes from user deleted. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit and submit them.
Do it.
My husband is one of 6 kids, and they are all still in contact and on good terms. His parents are also still married. About 3 years ago, his brother introduced us to his girlfriend at the time. She was originally from a different state, but moved here to be with him. Everything was fine until about a year into knowing her, when she started getting snotty and entitled. For one thing, she refused to work and expected him to support her and her mother, whom she had brought with her when moving here. She began going through people's things, making snide comments, and even told me that I was privileged and said she would use our daughter's name for her daughter while I was in labor.
What?
So she sounds like a real gem of a person.
Oh, man.
She also wore sweatpants to our wedding and fell asleep at the reception. Classy move.
Classy move.
A lot of class I'm sensing here.
Oh, yeah.
For their weddings, we were told we need to purchase medieval costumes, drive the 2 hours to their town, bring food for the reception, play outside games, and just recently she added that we would need to take pictures on our phones for them, since they couldn't afford a photographer. I mentioned to her that this all seemed like a lot to ask, especially considering they had refused to come for any family events prior to this. And she told me if I didn't like it, I didn't have to come. I should add that my husband is in this wedding. She stopped responding to me after I said their attitude was hurtful and started telling my mother-in-law that I was hurting her again and making up stories about us punting them out of our house. This has began to affect my husband's relationship with his brother, and I feel bad, but at the same time, all of my in-laws are happy I said something to her and appalled at how snotty her and my brother-in-law have been lately. Am I the a-hole for saying something?
No.
No. People normalize checking people.
Yes.
There's an edit. I feel like I should add that my current sister-in-law, 15 female, has a birthday the day before their wedding. She specifically asked for it not to be on her birthday weekend before they had picked a date because she wanted all the family here for her birthday. Now they're saying we need to come up there the day before on her birthday to help prepare their food even though they know it's her birthday. Comment 1, not the a-hole. Here's what you do if you're petty like me. First, you rent the most beautiful, elaborate, cream-colored medieval dress so that you look better than her by far. Don't do that. Do not do that.
Maybe not, yeah.
Do not. As soon as you rent anything that's even close to a white dress, now you're the villain. You don't want to be the villain.
You could still make it elaborate and queen-like if you want to upstage her.
Yeah.
But maybe like a red, well, that's also a thing.
That's also
Maybe
bad.
purple. There
Just
you go.
something not white or red, please.
Yeah.
If you don't have a costume rental place, learn how to sew today and make it real grand. Next, make 1 dozen deviled eggs. Nothing more. Last, hire 2 minions who will follow you around carrying your very long dress train and have them respond to everything you say with, "Yes, my queen." Then take pictures of her face and inbox me because I need a follow-up. OP says, LOL, that made me laugh. I've been told that her dress is interesting, so to be honest, I could probably go in a sundress and look fancier. Their wedding is less than 2 months away, so I'll make sure to follow up. And a reply to this says, you should say that cameras and smartphones don't fit with the medieval costume and that you want to stay in character. Or just have the minions take photos of you with different people like it's your own photo shoot.
That's so funny.
I support the minions.
That's hilarious.
I fully support the minion idea.
Yeah, make them dress up in those little like round puffy shorts.
Yeah.
And like have like a little feather hat.
Make
you
them
know?
dress like court jesters.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, we have comment too that says you are the a-hole.
Ooh, hot take.
It's literally just dressing up and bringing a share plate. Sounds like an awesome wedding. Not hard at all. You're kind of a killjoy. I think you're ignoring all of the other context to this. OP says, I think you'd be right if she hadn't been acting the way she has for the past 2 years.
Context.
Exactly. I mean, me being in labor and then saying she would use the same name for her daughter, that's a bit much.
I forgot about that. That's funny.
You're just being a she what? Because she likes the name? You got a problem with that?
Oh my God. While she's like screaming in pain having her child.
Exactly. There's a time and a place.
Yeah, there's a time and a place, man.
Also, it's not just dressing up and bringing a plate to share. This is a couple who has blown off the family for simple things like birthdays for years. Every time we invite them to something, there's always an excuse about money or time, and then they'll brag about expensive trips that they take and act like nothing happened. I'm used to being asked to do things for weddings. That's not an issue. Her behavior is the issue, and I'm not going to accommodate someone who treats her entire future family like crap. I do appreciate your opinion, though. And here is the update.
Woo!
The wedding was today. We arrived at the ceremony about 15 minutes before it was supposed to start, as we had been told there was no rehearsal and to just be there when the other guests would get there. We arrived, and my husband was greeted by his brother with, "Where have you been? We've been going over everything, and you weren't here." Hey, folks, that's what the rehearsal's for. Crazy thought, right?
What a good time. What a good, efficient, convenient time to do that.
This is lame. All of this is lame.
Crazy.
Again, we had been told that there was no rehearsal, but apparently his brother had decided the night before that they would be going over everything an hour before the ceremony, and we were not informed. Anyway, my husband goes back to be with the wedding party, and we sit down. They did end up getting a photographer, but she was very pushy and kept snapping in people's faces to get their attention. The ceremony was fine. Typical wedding ceremony aside from Renaissance outfits, but then we went to the reception. But to be clear, I'm pro Renaissance outfit.
Me too.
Okay.
100%.
Let's make that very clear.
Yeah, exactly.
The reception was outdoors in a barn. It had been raining all day, so there were a lot of bugs. When we got there, no decorations had been set out, and there was only one table for people to eat at. The group was 40 to 45 people. 2 hours after we got there, they started bringing the food in. Apparently, they had assigned one of the bride's older relatives to make all the food, and somewhere along the hustle and bustle of making food for all these people, the poor man had a heart attack. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You're working this man into the hospital.
Wow.
This is crazy.
And I'm sure not paying him for all this work he's doing.
Yeah, for free. Hey, can you do this for free and also have a heart attack, please? Thank you. He was rushed to the hospital and he is okay, but they had absolutely no backup plan. They ended up cooking all the food themselves when they got to the reception. They cut the cake without announcing it, so the photographer had to hastily run over there to get pictures, and after the cake cutting, the bride's entire family disappeared, and we did not see them for the remainder of the time we were there.
What? The bride's entire family just Irish goodbye. The whole family.
Yeah.
They're like looking around. Oh yeah, the cake's going. They turn around, just like dust. There's hay bales.
Yeah,
like
a cartoon dust cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
Just,
And
like,
you hear just like a
leftover.
whoo of the wind.
Yeah.
Dude.
Her mother did come to the barn every half hour or so to smoke a cigarette, but that was it. There was no dancing, no bouquet to toss because they carried lanterns instead, and the guests that were left kind of just stood around. Needless to say, it was chaos at its finest. What a terrible wedding. I'm so glad I wasn't at.
This is so funny. Honestly, at this point, I kind of wish I was there to just be like, it's just
sounds
watch
miserable.
the mess go
Bug
on.
barn, I'm out. I'm not staying in the
I
bug barn.
forgot about
all
the
right,
bug barn.
the bug barn is where I draw the line.
That's, I think, fair.
Thank you to everyone who commented on the original post. I'm sure we will have many similar family gatherings in the future. And there is an edit. So it turns out that the man who had the heart attack is the boyfriend of the bride's mother, and he faked the entire thing. All of these people suck.
Oh my gosh.
What are we doing?
Oh my gosh.
Apparently, he is known for that.
This is so funny.
That's not a red flag, right?
This is so funny.
The mother of the bride lied about taking him to the hospital so he wouldn't have to make the food. And by the way, I won't lie to you about the fact that you can listen to full episodes with stories like this or wherever you get your podcasts. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. Search OK Storytime, and there you will find the whole catalog to select from. There's some story left here. Let's go ahead and hop in. As if it wasn't bad enough, we found out that the mother of the bride didn't take any pictures at the wedding at all, and she just waited until brother-in-law's parents put their pictures on Facebook so she could post them as her own.
I want to meet these people.
That's crazy, 'cause I don't. I don't want to meet these people at all.
This is hilarious. They've got to be like cartoon characters in some sort of like Modern Family type like farcical like TV show where it's just everything is going wrong. There's no communication.
Yeah.
Everyone's stupid and doesn't know what they're doing and is just mad at everyone. It's just like I can't help but
Renaissance
laugh.
wedding goes wrong. That's like a Parks and Rec like
Yes.
episode for sure.
Yes.
She also blew up at brother-in-law at the reception because no one was talking to her, even though she kept leaving to go smoke in her cabin. They are a very odd family. Yeah, you think? There is some comments here about the fake heart attack. WTAF. The reply is, gotta say, I don't really blame him. Yeah, I mean, getting put in charge of making all that food can be pretty hard, but faking a heart attack also kind of whack.
Kind of whack, but yeah, that's, oh man. See, communication. Just like talk, stand up for yourself. You don't have to go to the hospital for it.
Yeah.
Sounds expensive. That
That's
sounds like an expensive lie.
Well, they didn't actually end up in the hospital.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
It was all a conspiracy.
It's all an act.
Yes.
Dang.
Some additional info from OP. I wanted to add a comment explaining the timing of things a bit better because I know there was some confusion on when things happened. Wedding was Sunday. The original update was made on that same Sunday, but it took a couple days to get approved, which is why it said today was the wedding and it's Wednesday. My daughter was born when I was 18. My husband was also 18. Yes, we were young, and she was not planned, so that's why the timing seems weird on that. We do have another little girl now and have recently moved into our first house. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone, for making this something so sensational. I definitely did not expect it to get this big, but I appreciate it so much. I know a lot of people were asking why I considered the outfits, drive, and various requests as too much. Hopefully this explains. This couple has not come to any family functions aside from Christmases and Thanksgiving once when they brought her mom. I don't personally have an issue with the drive. I have an issue with the fact that when we ask them to come for holidays, they use the long drive as an excuse, but then tell us it's nothing when we have to drive to them. It's a double standard type thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The outfits are not bad, but it was the way they let us all know we needed to wear them. We were told in these exact words, quote, "If you don't show up in Renaissance outfits, you will be avoided at the wedding. It's not that hard." Again, these are people who considered sweatpants an appropriate wedding outfit, the double standard again,
Right.
and no one told them to leave or avoided them. There was no RSVP. Their wedding invitations had no date, no RSVP, and full typed out web browser links on the back rather than we are registered at Amazon. That's insane.
You have to
They put a
type out
hyperlink URL in. They just pasted it on the back of the paper. That's
literally
insane.
https:// slash, and then you have to type out like the entire paragraph of random numbers and slashes and.
Not doing that.
Oh my God.
Not doing that.
That's hilarious.
So that doesn't seem that bad until you realize most of the relatives are older and have no clue what those links are. We're not Southern, although her family is. We are all from the good old Midwest, and whoever said weird homeschool vibes was spot on. Big homeschooled family, and they're all very closely knit. I can understand why some people considered me the a-hole. I'm not saying they're wrong at all. I probably did some a-hole stuff on my part. I'm just hoping to explain a bit better why I said something and why I was offended. Hope that clears stuff up. Hope you didn't need to clear up anything with me because I was on your side. All right?
Yeah. We're with you.
Double standards.
Absolutely.
But that is the end of that story.